we made it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 42 of Live on Two Wheels. The episode that Chase almost didn't make it for. Bo, when was I ready for this live show?
1 minute and 22 seconds ago.
It was a tight one, ladies and gentlemen. Guys, welcome to Live on Two Wheels, your weekly motorcycle live show that is also a podcast. We're doing it on Wednesday today because I will be in California this time tomorrow doing a press launch. So we're having to do the podcast early, throw stuff off. Sorry about that. It is what it is, but hey, these are available afterwards. So thank you guys that were here live with us that are able to watch it here in the moment. Here, let's get Chase caffeinated. Yeah. Bo, I think the text at the bottom says...
Yeah, I admit the two got messed up.
Messed up. Okay, that's fine.
It's whatever.
But yeah, guys, this is also a podcast. So if you guys want to just listen to us, we're available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and Google Podcast. If you guys are on Apple Podcasts...
Didn't we just get a new one?
What? Oh, yeah, like Amazon Podcast? Whatever Amazon's podcast thing is. I don't know what it is, if I'm going to be totally honest. But... if you're on Apple Podcasts, which, by the analytics, the majority of y'all are, we would love a review. So if you're listening to my voice, please.
No, you're not going to do that. That's not going to work.
So, guys, tonight's episode, we are celebrating Triumph. We've called it the Triumph of Triumph. These dudes have just surpassed 1 million motorcycles sold. So
since 1990.
A huge accomplishment. So we're going to talk about a few things today. How many motorcycles is that really? Like, obviously we know it's 1 million, but like, how does that compare to other motorcycle brands? We're going to look at some cool Triumph history, and we're also going to do a ghost tip of the week. Bo, you ready for the ghost tip of the week?
Always.
I think this one's great. It's true. It is great. All right, guys, Ghost Tip of the Week. Ghost is our producer, by the way. Ghost Tip of the Week. A quiet man is a thinking man. A quiet woman is usually mad. That one was good, Ghost. We love it. Thank you. Thank you, Ghost. You guys give Ghost a clap in the chat. So, what else? What else do we have to talk about? Oh, next week, we're off. No live show next week. It is Christmas time. I'll be out of town. I'm going to be in South Georgia, so internet's not really a thing down there.
I'll be in regular Georgia.
And you'll be in regular Georgia. Yeah, so guys, we will take Christmas off next week. And then the following week will be the last show of the year.
Yay.
Crazy times, boys. Also, speaking of it being the last show of the year... if you guys don't know, the live show's not going to change. We're not changing anything here. You guys are watching us live on Thursdays at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel. But if you're one of the people that doesn't watch us live and you watch us maybe after the video goes live on the YouTube channel, it will no longer be going live on the Chase on Two Wheels YouTube channel. Actually, next week's episode will be the last episode to go live on the Chase on Two Wheels channel. It will only... be available after the live show on the Live on Two Wheels dedicated YouTube channel. So if you guys want to go subscribe to that, it's the top link down below. That's where that is. We would love for you guys to go subscribe. We're going to start building out Live on Two Wheels under its own brand. It's going to be really cool. We're really excited about it. What else? What else do we have?
Our Discord up and running right now.
Yes.
In the description.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, if you guys have watched the show a lot, you guys know we do a meme contest at the end of the show. $50 to the best meme and extra props if it's related to the episode. So in the description, you'll see a link to our Discord page.
Discord has already decided on a theme.
I'm not looking at it until later.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, our Discord's totally free. You guys can hang out with other motorcyclists. I think if you're into motorcycles, you will most definitely find people over there that you will enjoy talking with.
Got a lot of really active folks up there.
Yeah, absolutely. The people on Discord are awesome. And we have an action plan for 2022. We're really going to be upping Discord.
Well, so here's something that we haven't really stated out. It's a little tiny Coke.
It's a little tiny Coke.
Something we haven't really stated out loud. It's kind of internal nomenclature. This Discord, this iteration of Discord is basically beta. Okay, we've been building it for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And trying to find its place when the website goes live. Like, whenever we get to that point, that's a huge like milestone.
You should probably clarify what you mean by website.
So the WBR Garage, is it
.com?
.com.
Yep. Huge project we have going on right now in the background.
That takes precedence over what we're doing now.
Everything, yeah.
But what it does for us is once that is live, there's going to be it running kind of concurrently to the website is also going to be the Discord, because that's going to start. We're going to start playing the game of, like, right now we're on there. I mean, we play around on there right now. There's a lot of really active users, but we're going to start taking a really active role in there and making that a part of the whole experience. And it's free, so
yeah, exactly. Why not? Any other what?
We just did that at the same time.
Yeah. Hey, we were twins and we were filming today, so that was perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other things? We still have so much content to come out. I don't know how it's all going to get done, but somehow we're going to publish, like, how many more videos are we doing this year? Because it's like way more than I think I would expect. Y'all, check this out. So for the rest of the year, which is literally only 2.5 weeks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have 7 videos coming out in the next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck!
It's pretty much been the state of affairs this entire year.
Yeah. We're trying to end the year so strong, and we got surprise for January, or I guess for end of December. You guys that are long term, you know what's up. But that last video, it's going to be a good time. Any other housekeeping? I'm headed out to California tomorrow morning to do the Multistrada Pikes Peak press launch. Ya boy is excited. Cannot explain how excited I am.
You and your squeaky boots are going out to have a good time.
Oh, so yeah, shout out to Revzilla. They sent out me some racing boots because I thought I was going to do this thing at a track, and I'm not. So
hey, at least you have some
there's
new
that.
boots.
But I got some new boots, so that's cool.
Yeah. And
but the problem... Hold on.
They squeak.
The problem is they squeak. Can you guys hear this?
No.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Whatever. I'm not going to just sit there and stand in front of the camera.
Wow. You have that light on so bright back there that it looks like you're on a green screen. Joke's on you guys. He's in California right now.
I'm in California, live from Here, let me pull the green screen back. Oh, it's live. Should I run back there to prove that it's not?
No, you're good.
Just let them live with that?
Yep.
I remember when I was shooting at my old house.
Yeah.
I would light the background just so, and I would shoot with a 24 prime. And every time I did a gear review, I'd always do like the, just like this. I have a light and it's on me. So many people in the comments were like, bro, stop it with the green screen. So one episode, I think I was reviewing like a helmet or something. So I literally were like, for all you guys that think I have a green screen, I don't. I just ran back and it was just like, ah! It's good times. Low aperture cameras or lenses. It's the way to go. Light the background, light yourself, low aperture. All right. Celebratory.
Okay.
Kind of. We have 562 subscribers over on Live on Two Wheels.
Nice.
Pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
All right, guys. That's all that's all like the what's going on around the shop channel stuff. So our producer put together this write-up.
Yeah.
Are you against me reading it? Because I think it'll be pretty powerful for the podcast people specifically.
Yeah.
But I know visually it's not going to do a lot.
No, that's fine.
But I think it's pretty cool.
Just stare at the camera so they have something to look at.
I would love it if you left my voice on and then you put your full screen on.
Can I do that? Wait, hold on.
Wait, is that possible? That would be hilarious.
Okay.
Oh, no. We're going to lose every... Okay. All right. Okay, this is... A Triumph of Triumph by Ghost. Okay. 1 million motorcycles might not sound like a lot, especially compared to the leader in motorcycle production, Honda, who has made over 400 million motorcycles since 1949. However, This is the 1 millionth motorcycle produced in Triumph's modern era since 1990. The Triumph name has been around since 1883, starting with building bicycles. A few years later, they chose the name of Triumph Cycle Company. In 1898, as the internal combustion engine was gaining popularity, they started to slap them onto their bicycles, and in 1902, Triumph had produced their first motorcycle. Throughout the years, Triumph had its ups and downs, even manufacturing cars for a short time. They supplied motorcycles during both world wars to the good guys, but lost a production facility in Coventry, England? Maybe? Yeah. When the city was basically destroyed during World War II. While Triumph gained some big bike popularity in the US through the 50s and 60s, when the Japanese brands came into the picture, there was a shift. Triumph Triples, which was their bread and butter, outperformed the Japanese four-cylinder bikes in regards to top speed, acceleration, and handling. However, the Japanese bikes required less maintenance and they didn't leak, which was a huge selling point to riders. With declining revenue, the company changed hands a few times, but ultimately went into receivership, never heard that word before, in 1983, which means they are a party...
Nope. That a party could gain the assets of Triumph and then pay off any debts, usually by liquidating those assets. That paragraph I read terribly. But continuing, John Bloor? Sure.
So, John Bloor bought the Triumph name and manufacturing rights, re-establishing as Triumph Motorcycles Ltd. Bloor did not relaunch Triumph immediately in 1983, recognizing that new business models and production changes needed to happen in order to compete with the popular Japanese manufacturers. Adopting some of the Japanese techniques and acquiring new computer-controlled machinery, they began building components and prototypes in the late 1980s at a new factory in Hinckley, England. And the first bikes were produced in 1990 for the 1991 model year. Triumph has produced 1 million motorcycles since relaunching in 1990 from Hinckley. As the fastest growing motorcycle company today, they have certainly staked their claim as a name that belongs in the motorcycle industry.
Man, if you hadn't have flubbed that paragraph, you would have ended at exactly the end of this song.
Wait, are you serious? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. It was like real close.
So that was a poem
from Ghost.
Ghost, that was awesome. What a good write-up.
Yeah,
I feel like I know so much more about Triumph after that.
Yeah.
Now, typically when I read stuff, like if I do like talk to cameras or something, I don't really retain a lot, but that was pretty cool to know all that stuff.
Yeah. I did not know that they had started that early, like as a company. Like the first motorcycle in 1902.
Right.
That's
How
crazy
is that?
If they hadn't have gone under, that would have put them in the same realm as Indian motorcycles.
Wow. So check out, go to my screen real quick. You guys need to see the first.
Right, it's not as easy as it once was, so you hold on.
Okay. So guys, Bo's going to click to a photo real quick. Check out one of the first Triumphs. It was a 2.2 horsepower single-cylinder engine mounted to a bicycle.
Yeah. As were all motorcycles back then.
Yeah, that was kind of like motorcycle start, right? Where it was just like, hey, we got bicycles. They work. But you know what? Pedaling sucks.
So they talked about this on a live high side, low side about like the different eras of cycling. Of motorcycling?
Motorcycling or actual cycling?
Motorcycling.
Oh, okay.
And like the heydays, like the early days, it was basically like somebody figured out internal combustion, and then they just started shoving it on bicycles. And it's just like, it's like, all right, whatever. Does this have wheels? Boom.
Bro, that's what people do. They just take things that are cool and be like, hey, what else can we do with this?
Yeah.
And then like,
and
then you have motorcycles.
It wasn't until like, I want to say like the late teens, early 20s that they started going like, oh, here's a bespoke machine. And that became like the standard. But like before it was just like, here's an engine. Here's a thing we already used. There's a bicycle.
You know what? That makes me feel like the all these companies that reach out for us to do the pedal assist bikes these days. Because like we really messed up making any video with a pedal assist bike. Because now I honestly get an email from some Chinese company. No, not trying to shade China or anything, but like I get one email at least per week from some Chinese company wanting to send us out an electric bike, and it's just like, I don't think that's the move.
Yeah, we're not. That's not.
It's
our bag.
interesting. It actually, this is a little segue from Triumph, but we'll go back. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we were friends at this point, but do you remember the era of this channel where I would review Chinese fake GoPros?
Yes.
And I reviewed like 5 of them.
I've got one of them at the house on your last purge.
So I've given them away.
I've got the Chinese 360 as well.
Oh my Lord. So like all of these pedal assisted bikes, it gives me the exact same vibe as back then where I don't remember why I did the first one. It was probably, you know, one of the few companies that reached out at the time, because obviously we're talking like years and years ago, like super long ago. Companies were not reaching out, you know, for products and stuff like that. So I think it was one of the first things that I got offered free, and I'm like, oh my God, I get something for free. This is, and all I have to do is make a video. I'm making videos anyway. Let's go. And then I made the one video, and then it was like every other week I'd get an email of like, hi, we have Chinese camera. Do you want? And I'm like, yes, I want everything free I can. I'm so sorry.
We talked about this. Oh, God. Heather, come get your man.
Anyway, it gave me the same vibe that where we get all these emails now, but it's like they're doing the same thing. Yeah. They're like, oh, we have, you know, I assume there's like a cheap electric engine or maybe a couple options in a lot of factories. And they're like, hey, let's put it on a bicycle.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's my full circle. We're now back to Triumph.
Cool.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
God damn, I wish we were on a delay.
You could.
Roy just said it, too. Just said,
you and Heather said the same thing at the same time. To be fair, oh God.
I think me and her are indeed kindred spirits, especially within our relationship to you.
That makes 100% sense.
All right,
my
Triumph.
God. Anyway, Jesus. Triumph's made a million motorcycles. We love Triumph.
Okay, so before all of the people are like, yeah, but so-and-so has gotten 400 million or whatever.
Oh, yeah, let's talk about how many other companies have gone.
So before we do that, let's just say this. That Triumph, this is my opinion.
Wait, hold on. We have to pause. I would like to apologize for the statement I made earlier. It is not in representation of this company or the people or its associates, and I would like to officially take it back. Take it back now, y'all. 2 steps. Let's go.
I like how you turned it an apology into a dance.
Okay. Anyway, other companies and sales.
Right, but before we do that, I would like. This is just my personal opinion. I feel like that Triumph is closer to a high production boutique kind of.
I think that's a really good way to describe them as a company in the overall motorcycle market.
Like they're not nearly as one off or small production run as an actual boutique shop.
Right.
But they're not high volume. It is premium prices and stuff like that. But they are a decently produced machine, and I think that for the size of them, and they've only been getting bigger lately. I think that a million is a big number for a brand.
Right?
Like
yeah,
that.
For sure.
Especially one that was not very known for their reliability in the early days. So anyway, yes, other manufacturers.
So let me find out where Ghost has that, because I thought when I was reading through it, I was like super interested.
Well, so there's one that everybody's going to bring up, and that's Honda.
Yeah, but Honda's Honda. Yeah, okay. So I mean, we touched on it in the ode to Triumph that I read earlier, but Honda has made over 400 million motorcycles
since what, 1949?
Since 1949. So it's what is that? A 40-year head start.
Yeah,
but volume-wise, they are making more motorcycles. I think we can all agree, though, a Honda motorcycle is one thing. A Triumph motorcycle is, I mean, they're both motorcycles, obviously, but like, I don't know if they could be any different.
Yeah, Triumph. Now, I'm trying to do a recall back in my head because I looked up some numbers when we were doing episodes on some Harley stuff, right? And looking at like reliability and production numbers.
Right.
And then when I did the Indian videos, the Chief, I was like, okay, how are Indian sales? I do know that Triumph, revenue-wise, has been in like the top 10, top 5.
Really?
For the last, since 2018 or something like that.
That's super interesting.
Yeah. But they do a lot of sales in the UK.
Yeah, obviously the UK, I mean,
right.
and obviously from reading that, we all knew they were a UK brand, so.
But their reliability has gone up too, and they're in like the top like 7 or 5.
So I remember back in the day when I looked at a Triumph, or, you know, because you didn't see many on the road, and to be honest, you still don't see a ton. There's not a ton of dealerships, but I looked at a Triumph the same way I looked at the, what is that brand? They have the really funky looking bikes. And I don't even think they make them anymore. I can't remember right now.
No idea who you're talking about.
It's a specific thing. It had like, I think we talked about it on the Buell. Wait, it was a Buell. Oh, yeah, I looked at them like Buells, like they were this like rare thing that you very rarely saw. But I do also remember back in the day, Triumph had kind of the same name as Ducati when it came to like, yeah, you can buy one, but you're not going to have a good time owning it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure they're all phenomenal to ride, and Ducatis have always been interesting to ride. But, you know, back in the day, Ducati was the same way. It was like, if you had a Ducati and anything happened on that thing,
good luck.
It's going to take forever, and it's going to be, you're going to have to pay out the ass to get it done. And to be fair, Ducati still cost a ton. The maintenance still costs a lot. We kind of know why based on our Panigale season. You know, we saw, like, Ducati's not thinking about how to work on their bike. They're thinking literally just about performance, and that comes through when you have to do maintenance and stuff.
Also, like a big part of this is and we talk about this plenty with bikes. It's dealer support too, right? Yeah, that's a huge thing, and you know, thankfully, I think from the outside looking in, and just from our dealings with, you know, what we do for a living, I think that Triumph has made some huge strides in the last like 4 or 5 years. Right. Yeah. So this little thing says doing. Go ahead. They're opening up more and more dealers. We just got one here like a year ago.
Yeah, in Roswell. So you went to the 1 year launch, and I didn't even know the one in Roswell. It's like right down the road from the dealership that we always go to. Yeah. Super cool looking place. Me and Heather have ridden past it a couple times, like on the way to do weddings and stuff, and it's such a cool little. The outside has a really cool vibe. I don't know what the inside looks like. Obviously,
it's small, but I mean, it's
cool though.
Yeah,
I feel like that's part of Triumph's thing, though, right? Yeah. They're not trying to sell.
They
the
have
most
the right bikes on display.
Oh, really?
They've got the Moto 2. They've got the Rocket. Okay. They've got, you know, the Scramblers and the Bobber and the Tigers.
Good. Yeah. So, fun fact about Triumph and growing. Triumph is the fastest growing motorcycle manufacturer in North America. 2021 sales are up 34% from 2020. Projected to sell 75,000 motorcycles by the end of the year. 34% up. Yeah. That is nuts.
Yeah.
Like that kind of growth is
it's good.
Insane.
To put that in perspective, when Indian launched the Scout, which arguably was the best launch for them in a very long time, just globally, their sales internationally went up 27% internationally.
So that's a big jump.
That's not just America.
Yeah.
That's overall. So it's like,
sheesh.
Yeah, they that's a good number to have. I'm sure they're very happy about it.
So in general, if you were to do a top 10 motorcycle brands, I have a feeling Triumph might be in your top 5.
Bro, they've done.
Where would you put it personally?
For me right now, with what they've done in the last like at least 3 years, it's number 1.
Really?
Yeah.
No, you answered that fast. You didn't even have to think about that.
They're making really smart decisions. I'm hoping they continue the momentum. There's a lot of cool stuff that can be done.
Right.
In these like middleweight bikes.
Yeah.
and some of the stuff they're doing in their heavy hitters that can be brought down. So like the more bikes they sell and the better these numbers do, the more chances that the smaller bikes get the cool stuff as well.
Right.
So I love the Street Series in both the Triple and the the Bonneville or whatever it is, like the Street
Triple is the baby to the Speed.
Yep, and then the Street Twin
is that the one we had for a while?
Yeah. No, I think we had the Speed Twin, didn't we?
Yeah, it was the big boy.
Yeah.
So they have a Street Twin.
Yep.
Which is okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, and I love those bikes. Those are a blast.
So that's one of the things I was really surprised when Triumph like loaned us that Speed Twin. Like when they offered it, I was like, to be fully transparent, I was like, oh, okay, cool. This will be whatever. But riding that thing to work and back, they loaned it to me to do the Distinguished Gentleman's Ride, which was an incredible time. I cannot wait to go to the one next year. But riding that bike around, I was not expecting to have as good of a time as I did on it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ridden a Triumph where I was riding it and I was like, I don't enjoy myself.
That's my thing. And
there's a you don't even know what it is, because I want to say it's a triple, but our MT-09 SP that we have in the shop, that's a triple.
Yeah.
Right? So
the
like
Speed Twin, also not a triple.
Yeah, but like there's some.
That's what I'm saying, is like it's not the triple. There's something about it, because like me and what I like and don't like. And the fact that one of my favorite bikes this year has been the Speed Triple to ride. Yeah, I mean that tells you something. Like,
that's true.
About it.
I was shocked at that, at how high you put the Speed Triple up. But like, I don't know if you've ever ridden any Ducatis before. I don't know. It's been relatively recent. I would probably say Ducatis after 6 years ago. They rode way terrible compared to Ducatis right now.
Okay.
So Ducati went through this thing of, when you rode an older Ducati, and I'm saying older, let's just say 6 years ago and older than that. I could be totally wrong with that. I'm just making these numbers up, but it's generally right. Ducatis back then did not ride anywhere near as good as they do now, like street ability, right?
Right.
Not on the track, just riding, everyday type of riding. They shook, they were not smooth, but there was some sort of like thing that they had, and it was just this little Italian drop a marinara or something in the experience that you got with a Ducati. Now, I'm not saying that the newer ones don't have that anymore. Right. Also, Ducati, I love you. Chef's kiss. Can't wait to see you tomorrow. But they are far more rideable right now.
I wonder if Triumph is going through this, because I mean, like, okay, so we touched on the fact that they weren't really the most reliable.
Yeah,
and that's changed, because I have the ones that we've dealt with. We do our research when we're talking about these things, and you don't see those kind of complaints nearly as much as you would have back then. So it's like something along the lines of the Ducati thing, where it's just like, where they go, several decades of these, different models and whatnot, and this mindset behind it, and then at some point they start changing that mindset to like focus on like what it's really cool. These bikes, the Ducatis, they do great on track. But like when you're not on a track, you don't want that.
The majority of the time you spend riding it. But
so there's a perspective shift that has to happen to be like, okay, what do we need to do to make this streetable?
Well, here's the weird thing though. When Ducati made that shift, arguably they started making better motorcycles. That's my opinion. But they lost some of the Italian je ne sais quoi. But Triumph is doing the same thing. They're making arguably better motorcycles for the street that ride impeccably, and in my opinion, they all feel like Triumphs, though. They have all of that, like, something. So I'm not really sure how Triumph's doing that. Like, they're giving us a better motorcycle that is more reliable and higher fit and finish, and maintaining their special something.
Yeah.
Whereas Ducati trying to do the same thing,
they're kind of losing the magic.
I mean, some, yeah. But, like, I mean, obviously we can't do this, but, like, if I rode a Ducati blind versus a Yamaha blind, I would know which one's a Ducati. So it still has something, but it just, I mean, it's a better road bike. It just doesn't feel the same. It is already 30 minutes. Yeah. How the F did that happen? Well. Okay, guys, we are going to go
to a non-updated
a next to the last non-updated ad. At this point, we're saving it. We're saving it for 2022. Guys, we're going to do a Revzilla RPM ad real quick, and we will be right back, and we will continue this conversation. What's going on, guys? This episode of Live on Two Wheels is brought to you by Revzilla's RPM membership. What that is basically a membership program that only costs $60 a year, not a month, but a year, and you get a ton of rewards from it. It's kind of like Amazon Prime for Revzilla. So if you're buying a lot of motorcycle gear, especially on Revzilla, this could be really interesting for you. Check out all of the things you get for this. So you're going to get free 2-day shipping and returns. You're going to get 10% off exclusive brands. You're going to get 5% cash back, period. Also, for you first-time members, you're going to get $15 in cash back from the moment you get this membership. It's also going to include early access to sales and phone lines and exclusive events. So if you're somebody that buys a ton of gear and could find a lot of value in this RPM thing, by all means, we'll have a link for you down in the description below. Thank you guys for supporting the show by going to that link. And thank you, Revzilla, for sponsoring this episode. We'll see you guys with the rest of the show. If you guys are curious why we don't have an updated ad, this photo pretty much sums it up. If Bo would stop playing Minesweeper while he's supposed to be working on the ad.
Fuck. For two things. One, that's a Mac. I don't think that works.
I don't think Mac has Minesweeper.
Two, who the fuck plays Minesweeper anymore?
Bro, I used to play
on that Halo Infinite right now, and that Forza 5.
Really? You going to put that in my face on this live show when we're live in front of all these people?
Yes, sir.
My Xbox comes in tomorrow, the day I go to California.
This is like getting your...
Side note.
That's like getting an Xbox on Christmas and then immediately being told you're going to grandma's house.
Yes, it's 100% that. Oh, wait, I got it open.
Nice.
Guys, so this the RPM program, you also get the print version of Common Tread. I'm opening it here on episode 42. We can finally check it out. This is nice paper. Check that out.
Also, the RPM membership does work with JP Cycles and Cycle Gear.
Yes. Feel that paper. Is that not quality?
Some good stock, son.
Yeah, we sound like we're being paid. We're not. It's only affiliates. You can have that one. I've got my other one.
Are they? That's number one. What's that?
No, number one. That's like the first one that came out. Okay. We have the first one. Check it. Number one. It's out of focus. You can't see. Anyway, thank you, Revzilla, for the sponsorship. If you guys want gear, it's a hell of a deal, honestly. Yeah, and it works everywhere.
Legitimately, so, it's really good.
Okay, back to Triumph. Since we now have only moments to spare before...
So here's what I want to address. And, of course, I love this. Their millionth bike that they released.
Yeah, let's look at this thing.
Let me turn on the old browser there. You got it up? Go for it.
Hold on, it's not
you gotta click
linking for some reason.
Okay, I'm going to bring up your screen. Hey, look at that.
I'm not going to lie, dude. That is the coolest Tiger I've ever seen.
I love it.
Obviously, I'm partial to the colors, right? Like the white, the red, the black, the gray. That's the whole channel color scheme. I would rock the absolute shit out of that.
That's a good-looking bike.
Also, it looks like the Desert X.
No, it doesn't. You're just saying that because of the color scheme, you freaking dingbat. You're locked in on
what the hell?
Yeah, you have to put Ducati.
Wait,
you can't just
Desert X is a red box in the desert?
I mean, maybe. Why don't you put Ducati in there?
Well, hold on. Now I'm curious about the red box.
You Google like a 60-year-old. What's wrong with you?
I just want to know about the red box.
No. It doesn't look anything like it.
Don't tell me that and that don't look similar.
Nope. And not because what? Because what?
The colors.
That's it.
Because the colors.
Oh my god.
And in the bigger front tire.
Oh my God.
No, that red trellis subframe though,
Yeah.
bruh. Oh, and it's got like the red guard bar thing.
Engine guard's red.
Bro.
I wonder if they sell a matching red fuel guard.
Right. Are they selling these, or is
I
this?
don't think so. I think it was made just for their celebration.
Man,
thing.
what a flex.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, realistically, you could get a Tiger, take the subframe off, and then a guard off, and get that powder coated. You could make this relatively easily.
Yeah, it wouldn't be that hard.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Bro.
That's some good. Oh.
Look at this. Celebrating 1 million Triumph motorcycles. That's cool.
Yeah, that's good looking.
I love that they do that. Like, just
congrats to them. That's
that's so cool. I honestly have everybody knows I love my Yamahas, right? They make phenomenal motorcycles, but there is a little special place in my heart for Triumphs. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but there's a feeling I get when I ride a Triumph that I don't get on any other motorcycle.
I will say, and having it starting with you here was really the first time that I'd ever thrown a leg over a Triumph. A buddy of mine had a Tiger that he rode to like Canada. I mean, Grand Canyon and back. Like he put miles. He had like 120,000 miles on the bike.
Jesus. Yeah. How long did he have it to get those many miles?
Who knows? And it was held together with zip ties and duct tape. Like
so it was like my WR. He had it for a while.
He beat the hell out of it.
Okay,
too.
good.
But like that's the only time I'd ever seen a Triumph. And like it was an old Triumph 1200, I think.
Yeah.
Or it might have been something else. Either way, it was old.
Right.
And I had never touched anything from Triumph, and then when I started here, it was like my introduction to them, like proper. And
well, what was the first Triumph you rode?
Wasn't it the? I'm trying to think. It had to have been the Speed Twin, I think.
I did not know that was your first Triumph that you ever rode.
Like ever rode proper,
yeah. Just like actually put some miles on. Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and since then, I don't think that I can recall one single Triumph that I have ridden that I wasn't absolutely over the moon about. Like they've all been really great, even the ones that were like super uncomfortable, like the Moto 2. Hated riding that thing. It just was not comfortable for me at all. But it's still a hell of a machine, and when you get on it, it was...
Well, that honestly doesn't surprise me, because one of the things that I've heard from you a lot, and obviously I don't have a lot of personal experience with it, but you talk about fit and finish on motorcycles a lot, specifically in regards to Harley-Davidson.
For me, it's an important part of design. Like,
right. But like Triumphs, I have not ridden a not well put together bike.
Yeah.
You know, like the buttons feel good. All the, like the tiny shit.
Their
all the I's are dotted. All the T's are crossed.
That Tiger 900, the GT that we rode on the break-in ride, just sitting on top of that and looking at every little piece, I was like, oh, this. I mean, they put some energy into making sure everything had a place and felt good and worked well.
Yeah. Well, like even on their, we'll call it cost-effective bike, the Trident, even that bike has that premium feel that, what? Are you looking at Discord?
Yeah, just keep going.
Oh, God. That was probably the most interesting Triumph I've ridden in a while, because one of the things with fit and finish on motorcycles is it's not cost-effective. To get fit and finish to that level, that costs money. You know what I mean? It's like to have good buttons and to have the switches feel good. It takes money that it's like, this isn't going to really change the experience of the ride, so we're not going to invest the money to do that.
Yeah.
But like when we compared the Trident versus the MT-07, I personally would rather own the MT-07, but if you're talking about like just buttons and layout and everything, there's no contest. You know, the Trident will like slap that thing around, and that's because it's cost cutting. You know what I mean? Which makes sense. Yamaha's trying to make the most efficient motorcycle for the cheapest price they can. But I do love the fact that Triumph has the ability to just be like, you know what? No, that's something we're not going to compromise on, and that's going to be an experience that whatever level you get in on us, right? If you get in at a Triumph or a Trident, if you get in at a 900 Rally Pro, regardless of which one of our models you get on, we are going to make sure you have that high level of fit and finish. And I think that's maybe something that that's one of those little things, you know, they care about little stuff like that. And
so so here's the thing. When you look at the cost of most of their motorcycles, you do eat some of that cost for some of the premium stuff. But at the end of the day, I think there's only a few bikes on their roster that I think are overpriced for what they are.
Oh, really? Which ones?
I mean, the Speed Triple. Speed Triple is way overpriced.
Speed Triple not cheap.
Yeah, for what it is comparable.
I think
to
if
other
that
bikes.
bike had electronic suspension
At that same price,
and the price didn't change,
yeah,
I think there would be no argument.
So that's the thing that surprised me is it doesn't have the TSAS on it, because that it's the same engine which was in the Tiger 1200, and that has the TSAS on it, the Triumph semi-active suspension. I mean, like, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
If it had that. So, like, and the Rocket is, I mean, it's a lot of bike, but it's also not cheap.
How much is the Rocket?
I forget, but, like, I forget off the top of my head. But I remember when we were doing the video on it, I was like, well, good Lord.
It's not like 25 or anything, is it?
It's in the. I think it's in the 20s. I'd have to look it up.
Ooh.
But it's not cheap.
Sheesh. That is a lot.
But everything else is kind of comparably priced as far as what it offers. Like the 900, since that's the one that I like and the one that they've used for the 1 millionth bike. Now, like,
right.
I look at that and I go, oh, look at that bike compared to, say, the F850 GS.
Okay.
Price-wise, they're like right in the same area.
That's a good point, yeah.
But it has stuff that the GS doesn't, like a fully adjustable front fork.
So how do you look at Triumph as a company compared to BMW and compared to, say, something like KTM or Yamaha, like these big companies? I guess KTM's not as big, but, like, you know what I mean?
The bigger companies have less to lose if they flop.
Okay.
So, like, they can put out a bike and be like, this one's not as good. We'll refresh it next year. Interesting.
So how do you think that translates to what Triumph does?
So Triumph, because it's smaller production numbers, like you got to kind of think about getting it right as much as possible from the word go.
Right.
And so when they release a bike, I get the distinct impression that they have thought about all the little things like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Before they even said, here's the bike, go ride it and see what you think.
So it can't be the difference if we were making a lot of videos versus only making a couple videos. And if we make a video and we are only making a few of them, they need to be really good.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
And so I think that's why you get some of that fit and finish that you were talking about.
Yeah.
It's because when you're a smaller company like that, you have to get it right.
Yeah.
Because, like, if you get it wrong, you're not going to get the numbers to make another one next year.
That's true.
And that's why we only see very small incremental upgrades through their model years. It's not until they have something major to release, like the T-Plane,
right,
that we start getting a rollover for all of the 1200s that they have.
Right.
Like, all of those are going to get a refresh now because the T-Plane...
they're just going to, like, send it out through...
I mean, like, yeah, all the stuff that they're doing there makes more sense for most of their bikes, right? Maybe not... Some of them aren't going to benefit from having the T-Plane in it, and they probably will keep the standard triple, but I foresee the T-Plane crank replacing almost all of their 1200s just because it's a good chunk of power down low,
right?
A nice little mid-range that peaks up.
Gotcha. Well, so while we're talking about that, I do have a question that I'm pretty interested in. So they've got the Trident 660.
Mm-hmm.
We know that they are coming out. What's the touring one? The version of the Tridents?
That's the Tiger 660.
Tiger 660.
Yeah,
do you
sport.
think they're going to make a Trident 900 with the same engine that the Tiger 900 has?
I don't know how well the Trident has done.
The Trident was, like, sold out and shit.
Okay,
So I think it did very well.
I don't see them poaching into their mid-range. So the Tiger 900 replaced the 850.
Okay.
Okay, and the 850 was like essentially what it did is it took the place of the 800, I should say.
Okay.
The 850 was like kind of a stepping off for them to try to go into that, like what I would consider like a heavy middleweight adventure. It's still considered a middleweight as far as the classification is concerned, but the 800 was using the standard triple, which is 120 degrees, which produces that very typical power curve for a triple, which is not a lot down low, good chunked in the middle, carries out, winds up high.
Yeah.
Okay. That doesn't work well for Tigers. So they went through a lot of trouble with this T-plane in the 900. And as far as I can tell from watching hundreds of videos on it, like people are like, this is one of the most well-balanced machines for adventuring in that way. So I don't think they're going to nudge up into...
You don't think that would translate to a Trident platform?
No. The Trident platform, I mean, like, the problem is they've got a GT in the adventure touring model, which is a street biased, right? The GT is more for on the road,
right?
So they don't need a road bike, unless they lean heavily and take it out of their adventure category,
right? And
then they have another, touring. They add another category for touring.
Yeah,
that Tiger 660 is not a Tiger. It would snap. It would snap in half the moment. Like, it's not made for any of that.
Yeah, it slides a little away from what the other Tigers are.
Right. I believe that they could take that Trident platform and build a whole set of touring machines out of it. But the Trident 660 sits in the Roadster class, right? If I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember how they break this stuff down.
But it's in a different category, and then they decided to take that platform and put it in a low CC.
Well, there's also the weirdness of, like, they've got the speed and the street triple, and how does that work with the Trident? Like, obviously, I don't think the street triple and the Trident, they might seem like similar motorcycles, but
I'm sure that there's smarter guys than us at Trident thinking about. At Triumph thinking about these things. But like, if you were to like, hey, Bo, what should we do here? I would be like, if you're going to use the Trident platform, create its own class within your lineup, and then build off that platform. And that way, if you go like, oh, this is our sport touring side, of Triumph,
like I say, and then the street and the speed would be more their sport.
Yeah, their Roadster.
Sport.
Yeah.
So we don't have a ton of time.
Yeah.
I would like to spend the next couple minutes showing some clips of Triumphs in movies, because I think between of all movie bikes, Triumph probably #1 bike you see in movies. Yeah. Secondly would only be the Ducati. I don't think you see any other types of motorcycles generally in movies. I mean, would you agree?
I mean, like, as a general, like, paint the brush, yeah.
Yeah, obviously there's going to be...
I'm just going to go ahead and say something real quick. Before I'm gonna piss my pants, so I'm going to...
Well, you put me on full screen. Yeah. I'll... oh, wait, no, we need to show my screen.
Yeah, I'm showing your screen.
Okay.
All right, but before we do that, we don't have to... We're not up against the clock, because I've already picked a winner.
You've already picked a winner?
And I don't care what you say.
Is it that good?
Yeah, it's not... exactly the thing. It's everything behind it.
Oh god.
I'm gonna pull my once a year card.
You're just standing your flag. This is the hill you're gonna die on.
So I'm gonna go do that. You're gonna do that.
Okay. So I haven't seen the new James Bond movie, but what is this? That was a triumphed out Trident. Holy shit. Hold on. Let's find a spot. So we all know, look at the cameras. So we all know James Bond and Triumph are like this. They besties. So this is like, bro, I am saving this video because I'm going to watch it for all the camera stuff, but we're here for the motorcycle. I want to get a shot of the bike. Wait, did that bike just go up? What? What? Oh my God. Holy shit. Did you guys see that? Oh my God. Does he land that? Is there a different angle? No freaking way. No, give me upstairs. Bo, you have to see this. What happened? Look at this dude just absolutely fucking send this motorcycle.
Okay.
All right, you ready for it? Sure. Watch right here. gone on the fucking bridge.
Was that Poltaris?
Yes, it could be. Look at this, closer up. He just sends it off the ramp, and he looks like he lands it.
Oh, okay. So I was like, man, that's dangerous. What if you get it wrong? Well, I saw the pad on the other side.
Yeah, so they've got it set up, but I mean, bro, look at the size of this ramp when he goes up it.
Whop.
Look at that. Bro,
Also, can we talk about how piddly those mats are?
Yeah, dude, if you... Oh,
okay.
Wait, where'd it go? I need every angle of this. This is amazing. Oh my god, bro! At the angle, if you mess up, you're donezo. What a dude! Can you imagine being at a place like this?
Oh my god!
What?
So they do this in Spain a lot. All right, this is a smaller version of it, but they'll take. There's a big
bro. Fuck those pads. Are you kidding me?
He said,
oh shit.
Okay.
Look at the bro. He does not go over that very much.
He is landing flat too. Remember that Brandon? What is his name? Brandon Lee.
Yes.
Remember that video I showed you?
I do. Oh my god.
The two statues in Spain.
Dude, how many times do you think this guy did this?
I mean,
oh my god. He just stopped. He just was like, skirt. Watch him not move. He's like, I'd go nowhere.
Goodbye.
Oh, is this? Bro, I could watch this all day. Truly. What a good set of suspension. That's the one random YouTuber there to film the behind the scenes.
That's hilarious.
All right, so this is cool. James Bond, we know Triumph's.
They mentioned that at the Tiger 1200 launch that the scrambler in the back was like a version.
Right.
It wasn't one of the bikes in the movie, but it was like kitted up to look like.
Wait, there's no way they let Ryan Reynolds ride a Triumph like that.
I'm sure that's not him.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
He might ride.
All
right,
know.
thank you, Hertz. We can't skip.
I know Tom Hardy does.
He actually rides in the movies?
Some
of the shots?
Like shots, but he has a Thruxton.
Oh, there's no way they let him do that.
Yeah,
oh, hell
absolutely
no.
Zero way.
There's 0% chance.
Yeah,
these are definitely not stunt doubles.
Tom used to come down every time he was here for filming. He'd ride with the guys at Brother Moto.
That's really cool.
On his fucking super beastly, awesome looking Thruxton.
Okay, never mind. I got excited because I thought that actually Ryan Reynolds was doing that, and there's no fucking way.
Poor little guy's learning about movie magic right now. Live on 2 Wheels.
They're doing elephant turns. You're not taking that away from me. All right, that was just a couple Triumphs in movies. Yeah. Maybe we do motorcycles in movies. What brands are the most popular in movies? What are some of the best? That would be. I think that would be a cool episode. You guys let us know in the chat, and if you're watching the show after the fact, let us know if y'all want to see that because I would enjoy it. All right. So I'm opening Discord. Supposedly, I don't even get a chance to decide who wins.
No. There's all sorts of great memes and everything, but the folks have spoken.
Oh God, the folks have spoken, huh?
Yeah. And they make a very valid point. Where'd it go? There it is.
All right, so I'm on Discord now.
Okay. Everybody in chat right now is making a very valid point, and it's Christmas, and one of our guys does a lot of good work for us.
Uh-huh.
And he made a comment on a photo that's in there.
Okay.
And that has gotten a lot of love.
Okay.
So in the spirit of Christmas.
Oh, God. For one, can you go to my screen and see how Honda celebrates the 100 million unit global production milestone for the Super Cub? This.
Yeah.
Can we please have a 1-for-1 comparison to Triumph's 1 millionth like beast of a Tiger, and then but how true?
Is he wearing a lab coat?
How true to the brand?
Or is he like a milkman?
That this milkman scientist. This is how Honda celebrated 100 million versus Triumph's like, all right, we did one, but check this the fuck out.
Yeah. Mary Smortsmith.
I love this so much.
I
love old Bo, and I love that I have a little button nose. Oh my God, that was great. Okay. 1 million motorcycles. Honda made that in 43 minutes. That is some shit that would come. Wait. This came from a Patreon supporter because that is only on Patreon.
Oh,
that is cheating. They used insider information. That's too funny.
Insider trading.
Wait, who was that? Ghost. How Ghost? What are you doing? The Time Triumph was extremely awesome. Smart approved. Wait, who is that?
I can't tell.
I don't know. That's a cool looking bike though.
Yeah.
They have one of those in their headquarters.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Mary Smartsmith. Wow. Shout out to Honda here.
Yeah.
Wait, what bike am I on? That's old because that's an old Atlas. What the? Wait, why am I Rudolph? Why are there two Rudolphs? What kind of Christmas show is this? A Triumph of Bose grimy. Is your hat grimy already?
Grimy already, dude.
It is grimy already. You can't ungrind.
You got a dirty
Bose
head,
hat.
dude.
You do have a dirty head, truly. They finna drag you. Wait, what?
Oh, it's about the
Bro, that looks like my face matches that. It looks like I got a long neck, but Smart is coming to town. You know the. Oh God, Smart, so good, Smart.
All right,
innovation.
No, you're.
Yeah. Triumph might not have made the best move with the whole like Villamachi bag, like steel thing.
All right, so
anyway,
back to what I was saying. All of these are great. Also, yes.
Is that a Triumph?
Yeah. So Triumph makes their cars are like pretty cool. Like I like them.
Why don't they? This looks like a British Mustang.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They're tiny too.
Why don't they make these anymore?
I don't know. Ask them.
I will. Oh, I just wanted a Smart helmet for Christmas.
Points taken off for not having my old man face there.
Yeah, Andy, come on. We expect better.
We quote this all the time, by the way. In this job.
God, that's terrible. I got nothing on the Mary. There is so much Mary Smartsmiths here. You guys killed the memes. I'm glad that y'all went Christmas. All I can imagine. Oh, I can't zoom it in. Smart. That's all I can hear. Oh God. Wait. Which one did you?
Yep. It's not a meme.
Oh.
Keep going up.
Oh, up. I missed it. Oh, okay.
Yep. I think, and everybody's in agreement. You've passed it already.
Wait, is it the Will Ferrell?
Our winner is Randrew. He does a lot of good work and
100%
helps out. And it's a Christmas, it's Christmas time.
Wait, hold on. Can we just appreciate the fact that Randrew at 5:24 said we need Will Ferrell yelling "Smart" instead of Santa, and then Nighthawk 20 minutes later delivers 100% what was asked of him.
I mean, you want to do a twofer?
You know what? In the spirit of Christmas.
A twofer.
It's a twofer. Randrew and Nighthawk. Congrats, guys.
Also, I just want to say, for the record, Randrew, we love you, and you do a lot of great stuff.
Randrew is absolutely fantastic. Yeah. We love him. We love everybody that helps out.
Yeah.
Randrew, you've been absolutely a rock star since the inception of Smart, honestly. Since you took over as CEO of Smart Industries. All right.
Those are two winners.
Those are two winners. Bo's going to get in contact with you guys. He'll get you guys a $50 Revzilla gift card. Thank y'all for being on the Discord. We love you guys a long time. All right. I have an early flight tomorrow, and I have to get home, and then I get to hang out with my wife before I have to go there. So I'm going to leave. Bo, you can stay. You can hang out with everybody. But,
okay.
I'm just kidding, guys. So this will be our last stream before Christmas. So we hope you guys have a phenomenal holiday, regardless of what you celebrate, what you do.
Yeah.
Enjoy yourselves. We will see you guys. Rancher won. I can't scroll down, but hold on. Let me move it over so you guys can appreciate.
Just click on it.
Oh, right. Ranger won? So good. That's again from the episode. Ghost, you're cheating. All right, guys, we're out of here. Thank you guys so much for checking out Live on Two Wheels. If you're watching it live, hit that like button. We love you guys a long time. Have a good holiday, and we will see y'all for one more time on, what will that be? The 30th. December 30th will be our last stream of the year. We hope you guys can come hang out. It will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We love you guys a long time, and we will see y'all then. Nailed it. Again, double nailed it.